Okay, so welcome back to the channel. Now we finally finished this VF1 after the help from you guys, and we finally fixed that X-axis phasing error, which come back to the original part being faulty again. But it's all sorted. I've literally spent another 3 days. It didn't seem like it was going to take that long, but 3 days cleaning this machine pretty much from top to bottom, apart from the Swarf auger channel, which just before starting this video I realised I hadn't finished cleaning out. But if you look in here now, let me just stop that. You can see now everything in here is absolutely spotless. We've given it a full strip out, take the doors off, clean behind everything. Even inside the tool changer. Let's do a tool change. Let's just stop it there. You can see in there. Even that is lovely and shiny. So yeah, this machine is now ready to go for sale. Obviously, you may know that I was planning on keeping this one, so I made all my bracketry, I wired it in properly, I done all my plugs, I put my breaker on the wall, like my isolator switch. I done it all because I planned to keep this machine, because to be fair, it's nicer than both of my other machines. Well, it's definitely nicer than this one. This one needs some TLC, you know, and this is my better machine, to be fair. It's smaller, but you can see this is well used. There is a lot of paint missing from it. The doors, there's a lot of paint missing, and it's going a bit grotty, but obviously these have got the other controls on it that I've done. And if you look around this one, even on the outside, the casting is rusty. You know, this means nothing to look at, don't get me wrong. Just because it's shiny doesn't mean it's great, but this one is a good machine. But this one is a good machine and it's clean, you know. It has been looked after. It did need work, it did have issues, but in general, you know, you remember I went through the gearbox, deburred the gears because they were burred over from the high-low gear issue, but they're okay now. They sound good. Low gear is obviously noisier than high gear, but they're good. Everything's cleaned. We got door interlocks that are working, but it's disconnected there for my purposes only. That will be put back together before it's sold. We've got nice new side panels in. We've got good door panels. On the monitor, we've got LED, so we're good there. We've got remote jog hand wheel, so that all works nice. Now we did get the X and the Y ball screws refurbished. Now I got them back from PGM Reball again, and they adjusted the preload so it wasn't so tight, and it's much better because we were seeing too much load when jogging or running X and Y. So that's sorted now, but you've still got the same loud, I say loud, it's not too loud, but you've still got the same noise from a ball screw, the ball screw same as before. Now they just say it's not brand new, it's refurbished, it's tight again, it's all good, but you're still going to get the noise of a used ball screw. So there's not much you can do about that, but the receipt is in the folder for the £750 or whatever, having them both refurbished. They're back in the machine, everything's good. So yeah, we've got an LED monitor on this screen, which is nice. And options wise, if we go back on this one, we've obviously got rigid tapping, we've got rotation and scaling, we've got M19 spindle orientation, we've got macros. What else do you have? Obviously DNC, background edit. This one, I was playing around and turned it off, but it has got high speed because it's in here. And somebody has obviously purchased it. Obviously this has got the full book with everything in it. So you've got high speed 25296. So let me just what am I doing there? Settings, 7, it's already off. Two, 9, 2, 9, 6. 25296, sorry. 25296. And there you go, the higher speed's back on. I don't actually know if it makes much difference on these older machines, to be fair. But it's in there, so, and like you say, you've got the codes for your macros, rotation and scaling, rigid tapping, safety circuit, floppy disk, spindle orientation, and higher speed machining. So it's got everything. It's got the original list of parameters, which is there, which nowadays you tend to not get that with a lot of the older machines, the ones I've found at auction. I've done a backup on a USB. I've put a USB floppy emulator in there, so that's all good. There's only one tool in the tool changer at the minute. We've got the work light, which is fine. We've got chip auger. We've got the full-size chute that's not been cut and messed around with. It doesn't leak. We've got the coolant tank and the pump. That's all working fine. And it's even got, the first one I've seen, it's got this overflow pipe from the back. Because it's got the oil separator on the back, without a little pot, you have to put a pot on there. But it's got this tube to run to come back in here, which is good. I'd like to copy that, if I remember, and get them done for my other machines. We've got the oiler and the air scenario down there. Excuse me, still got a bit of a cold. Obviously this side of the machine is nice and clean. The casting's good. There's no nitrogen counterbalance on this machine, which personally I've never had an issue with the counterbalance on my VF3. There's no problems with it, but I personally like the machine better if it's got a brake on there, because it's one less thing to go, well, I suppose the motor could go wrong, but without the nitrogen counterbalance, it's one less thing to worry about. So this hose here is just my airline because it was too long. This all hooked up. Serial ports for if you was to do DNC, I don't use that. We've got a nice cover there on the A axis for the fourth axis, tool changer, limits, chip conveyor, coolant, M function. And if we open it up, I'm going to sell this one. This was a fourth axis card. Can't remember if it came in it or I put it in there to check things, but it's going to come with the fourth axis card. So you've got 4 fully working gold drives. The 15 horsepower / 20 horsepower classic vector drive that's in there. Everything in here is really nice and clean. It is a lovely machine, I'll be honest with you. And like I say, I've given it a right thorough clean because I just like to do that anyway, if I'm going to sell something. Obviously you've got your original stickers here. What we got down here, the original spec sheet. So floppy drive was independent, chip conveyor. See, it says on there, high speed machining, yes, 25296. So it was obviously added afterwards. We got coolant, quick code is on the machine, macros, rotation and scaling, rigid tapping, safety circuits. So someone spec'd this up from new, apart from the high speed. So yeah, it is a good machine. I obviously just got it because it had the errors and the gearbox issues, and obviously it had the X phasing error issue that we've got to the bottom of. So I've spent a lot of time on this machine, but there she is. I'm gonna come back on a separate video and I'm gonna make the little test part that I always make on the machines, which this one actually done previously. So this was before the ball screws were changed, and they weren't changed because they were bad as such. They were just crazy noisy before. Now they're still a bit noisy, but they've been reballed, so I don't really know what to say. They're not brand new, but I've sent them off and they've been refurbished twice, preload adjustment, and then come back. So I'm going to make another part just to make sure it's all good. But it's, in general, it's a good machine. So the machine is for sale. This one is £12,000. If you're not interested in the price, you don't like the price is not for you, then please don't comment. It is what it is. If you're interested, send me an email, info@kinseyfabrications.co.uk, or if you go to my website, there's a contact number. You can message me, you can ring me. Anything you want to ask, if you want to come and view the machine, there's no dramas. Obviously, anyone's welcome to expect it. So yeah, that is it. It is a 19, that's one thing I didn't say, the actual year. I think it's a 99. or is it a 2000? So this is a 2000, December 2000, serial number 23539. It is a lovely machine. So yeah, there you go. If you're interested, get in touch and I'll do a separate video when we're just machining apart, showing you guys it running. So cheers for watching. See you again soon.